simply learn. Now in our first video we already learned the read JSON file data to the list and show it into an data grid in a WPF MVVM pattern. Now in this second video we are going to read or accept data from the UI and write the same into an JSON file. So let's start here. This is our JSON file, as I told you in a first part of my video. So first go through the folder structure. Here I make one more folder as a I command. Here is the relay command. Actually this relay command exposes a method or the delegates to the view. That means this type of command act as a way of binding between the view model and the UI. See, this is the model, that is the entities. What are the properties that are in a JSON, that is the first name, last name, age and number. All will define here: first name, last name, age, number, and here is we called as a property change event. So we define this event into an view model. So we define one more class as the name as a notify property change handler, and in that we write a one method as a property change and call the property change handler method. So we inherit this class into an your person view model as well as the person model. And here is the view. In view we simply copy and paste your main window.xml. Whatever view we create in the future, all will place here in a view folder, so that we can say that it's a model view and view model architecture. See, while placing this main window, after placing you need to modify, provide this starting URL address, that is the view comma main window. Now let's start. As we already learned this too, here source folder contain the source file, that is your JSON file. Clear hai? So person, okay. Now here we start. We write one more command as a add command. Then here we use one more object for the person model. See, this object have the property getter and setter, and along with the notify property change. See, this object is used to bind the newly entered data into an UI to your view model to the model, and by using this object we store the data into an list and then list to the your JSON file. So let's start here. So this is your list which contain the all data from the JSON file. See, once you define this JSON person model, see, we need to initialize it into an your constructor of personal view model, so that we can easily access it into an your XAML file, that is into the view. So selected person model. Now selected person model, so we bind this selected person model to the UI and take the entry from UI and place it to the your business logic. So in a data grid I use here selected item is equals to the binding, here the selected person model, and same selected person object will bound to this text boxes here, first name, then last name, age, contact number. See here, this is your text box. Here I bind text is equals to the binding selected person model dot first name. Now for the second, selected person model dot last name for this one, and for age, so same is here, selected person model for age and selected person model for number. So in this way we bind this selected person model new object, that is the model object, to your UI. Now whatever data enter into the UI, we accept this, save it into the selected person model object, and then we process the further operation on the selected person model. Say to perform operation, we write here one more button. As we have in our first video, we already write the show button is here. Now we add one more button, as the name is add. See here, add. Here the horizontal alignment is left, so that this is the first button, and this margin, these are the common things. And command, we are bind this command, binding add command. Command is equals to the binding add command. Now our main logic come into the picture. So here we define this add command. Clearly we initialize it. Now just okay, this add command. Okay, this add command. So here if the add command is equals to null, then relay command, that is your delegate, it called to the delegate, and this dot add JSON method, we create this method in the same person view model class and pass the null value, so that obviously it's a true, and return to the add command. So from here it called to this method, the add JSON. Now here items dot add inside selected person model. Selected person model. So whatever data enter at this UI, will collected into this selected person model object. Selected person model object. Now this object, we add this data from this object to the items. Items is your list. Then we create one more variable as a JSON data. Then use the JSON converter dot serialize object comma item, then comma formatting dot intended. Because of this, we will get the JSON data into a formatted structure. Elsewhere we get the data into a single line. Clearly, single line means the format distributed, but so by to read this data, it's two complications is there. So formatting dot intended, it's supported into an JSON converter into an nugget, this Newtonsoft. So we directly write here formatting dot intended. Now after this execution of this line, all the data from this list appears into a new JSON into serialized format, that means in a JSON format. Now here the work is that only we need to write same data into your JSON file. So by using the IO, that is the file dot write all text, this is your file path name. Obviously this @ that means that this file is present into your bin folder, debug and bin folder. Now comma, pass the data or pass the object what you want to write into your JSON file. See, after this passing, you will get the final output. Let's run this. Okay, initially I just show the whatever data present into an file. Okay, this is the JSON file. Joy, Jimmy, Amy, and Joy is there. Now initially I add one more is there. For the better understanding, I just write ABC. Oh, sorry. I just write ABC. Then new is here 30. Here I use 32. Then here supposed to be the number and add. See, after adding, click on the show button. See here. Okay, this is your JSON file. Okay, this is your here is the last entry is ABC new. Now suppose we run this. See, show data. So this is your last entry, ABC new 32777. ABC new 32777. We add the new entry as a person 1, then person 1 last name as a last, here is the 20 and here is the number. Okay, now click on the add button. So data is added but it's not show, so click on the show button. Here, see, here is your new entry. So in this way we can add data to the JSON file and the same data will appear here because of the file running, so it not show here. So once I close this, the data will appear automatically in the JSON file. This is your person data.json. So let's see here. Then here after that we need a new entry as a person 1 last 20 and 333550. So let's stop the program. See here, it will ask because of this is open state, so yes to all. Now here is your new data entry. So at the end of this, in a description box you will get the link for this code, runnable code. You can try it, and if you have any problem related to this, then feel free to contact me. Okay.